the first episode of Suburban Salvaged. We're going to show you how we transform some of our pieces and give you some tips and tricks and pointers about how to do it yourself, okay? So today, we're going to start with this awesome 4-drawer dresser that we recently found. So you can see there. Okay, so it's seen better days for sure. It looks like someone was using it as a garden dresser, which I've never heard of because typically you don't use wooden pieces outside because they warp and get weird. But luckily it's still in really nice shape. So the first thing that we're going to do is clean it. Okay, so I finished getting all of the outside of the dresser cleaned, and I basically just used an old rag because that's the easiest way to do it. And I spent about an hour taking off this contact paper, which was really popular in the 60s and 70s, and which I absolutely disdain because it takes forever to take it off. Now, if you don't have the patience to do something like that, you can wash the inside of the dresser drawer and then just re-contact paper it if you feel so inclined. Or you could also lay like nice scrapbook paper down. This is something that I do for many pieces because it really kind of classes up the joint. I don't glue it though because I'm not ever sure if a client wants something colorful inside their drawer. If they love it, they can glue it down themselves. If they hate it, they can just literally take it right out. So that's kind of my policy on that. But you can see how beautiful the inside of the drawers are without that nasty contact paper. There's even like natural holes with the cut of the wood on each slice. So it's getting toasty outside. It's almost 90 degrees already and it's really early in the morning. So I'm gonna move this horse and pony show inside and start painting. So basically the first step when I start painting is to give the piece just a little bit of a sand, because as you can see, it needs it. Okay, so there's some uneven surface area and so forth and so on. And then I take off the hardware, and sometimes I paint it, but I think I'm gonna go with probably a cream color on this, so I will leave the knobs black because it's pretty classy looking. So I'll get back to you when that's finished and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so we're in the shop where it's a little cooler, and I have concocted our secret sauce. Okay, it's not really a secret sauce. It's just chalkboard paint, right? All right, and it's in a beautiful cream for this project, if you can see that, hopefully. Cool. Basically, our chalk paint is paint whatever color that we need, and we make sure that we get the hue right, and we put in a bit of plaster of Paris and water. So really, it's just the combination of all of that we keep a secret. But if you can figure out a good combination yourself, it's pretty easy to make. So there's a little pointer for it. Okay, so we got our first coat on, and because it was kind of a wonky color to begin with, it's a bit not ready yet. Okay, so you can definitely do this look if you want a more naked look, which I do sometimes. Actually, I just sold a piece that was more like that, but the undertone was more of a brown. This one obviously was an aqua, so it doesn't look quite as good as the brown one did. So I'm going to completely coat it with the cream, and then we'll see what that looks like. We have our second coat of paint on here, and now it's looking pretty smooth, looking pretty good. So I'm not quite sure if I like the way the inside of the drawers look. It is a natural wood, but, you know, I don't know how many people would want to really, like, put their shirts in here or whatever. So, I got this. It's a scrapbook paper pad called the Brooklyn Stack. So, all of these kind of coordinate. It's kind of hip and cool. So, I'm going to cut these papers to match the inside length and width of the drawers and give it kind of more of a snappy look. So I'll show you guys what that looks like once I'm finished. So the scrapbook paper is in. Let me show you how classy this looks now. Okay, here we go. So there's the first drawer, pretty classy, right? And then the second one. Third. And fourth. And see, the beauty of this is if the purchaser doesn't like it, boom, we're back to bare wood, okay? But it'll stick in there nicely and it won't move. And if you're putting clothes in there or whatnot, it's a nice little liner. So, anyway, that is that. So this is the end product, basically. I always have trouble getting the drawers just right. And plus, it's still a little wet, so I didn't want to shove them in too far. But basically, it looks pretty nice, right? For a salvaged little dresser that I found. It took about 3.5 hours. When it's all dry, total about 4. So the reason I kind of wanted to make this video, and lots of videos to come, is not only to show you guys how easy it is really to be able to find something that's been thrown away and salvage it and make it into something awesome, but also to show you kind of our pricing structure and why, even though we do find some of what we find in the trash, we price it the way that we do. It takes 3 to 4 hours per piece, plus our supplies, etc. So something like this I might sell for $40 to $50, which is $12 an hour. You know, we try to make $10 to $12 an hour if we can. That's basically minimum wage. So I think it's important for our customers to kind of know, oh, like, I understand why they might charge something that's been salvaged, you know, because all of it needs work. No one throws something away because it's amazing, you know. There's always work that needs to be done. So I just thought that might give you a little insight into why we charge what we do, how much time it takes to do what we do, and to show you that you can do it on your own if you so choose. If you have the time, if you have the creative energy, because sometimes it takes a really long time to fix up these pieces, then I highly encourage you to try it on your own and give it a shot, because anyone can, be a little DIYer. So that is that for today. I hope you enjoyed this very first episode of Suburban Salvaged. Look out for many more episodes to come, and hopefully we'll get our other salvage gals in on this too, so they can show you their awesome projects. So bye for now.